Alrighty then, it's been a very long time now since I last did a video, but having just seen the 3-hour Raw, I felt that I had to make a video. So here it is. I tried to stay up and watch it live because I was off today, so I got about an hour in, fell asleep at the start of the WWE title match, woke up and for some reason I thought Randy Orton was Mr. Kennedy and marked out a little bit. I was still half asleep. I was then, in my sleepy state, convinced that Kennedy was going to be the guy who bought bought Raw. It was Donald Trump, which is pointless and is not actually all that exciting. Though if it means people will stop associating Raw with the WWE, maybe it'll be a good thing for the WWE. Because as a whole, right now the company's not bad. ECW's good, SmackDown's very good, the pay-per-views have been half decent, but Raw is bullshit. I haven't watched Raw since Backlash, and this was the first Raw I watched since because it was 3 hours, it was special. There was an extra hour, we might get some ECW and SmackDown on it and it might be okay. But it just seems that association with Raw brings you down. The Hart Dynasty, I think this is the first time they've been on Raw as the Hart Dynasty. They got squashed by the Colognes when they were doing really well. If it hadn't been for Legacy running in and stopping that pinfall on D.H. Smith, then they've looked even worse. They didn't get put over at all, considering the Colognes are like third generation. Obviously Legacy are all second and third generation. They could have at least put over the Hart Foundation in that respect a little bit more on commentary, which they didn't. Speaking of commentary, let's not talk about how shit Michael Cole is. We'll try to avoid that. Anyway, CM Punk being on this show again. SmackDown's been good. Punk in the main event has been good. The Umaga stuff has been pretty good. Shame about him not wanting to go to rehab and getting released, but there we are. As far as Punk goes, that's been a decent feud. It's been going along well. We were ready for Punk to get in the main event. He won the Money in the Bank, won the title on Jeff Hardy, and it's like, why would you not turn him heel now? Why? I don't understand. What is Punk's gimmick now other than he's not over? Because that's what it is. The guy is face. They've made no effort to make him heel, yet he gets booed everywhere because he won the title in a very, very heel fashion. It's just stupid. He's wrestling Rey Mysterio Friday night now on SmackDown. So I guess we'll have to check the spoilers tomorrow to see whether or not he does actually turn heel on Rey Mysterio, because I just don't, and he's wrestling Jeff Hardy pay-per-view. I don't see the point in keeping him face when he's never going to be as over as Jeff Hardy. It's just stupid, and he's never going to get booed as bad as Edge in what he's still technically face, because he's not going out there doing heel promos, getting himself over as a heel as he could. Punk is a good heel. We haven't seen it yet, and like I said, right now his gimmick is that he's not over. What else do we get here? Let's think. Yeah, the whole Donald Trump thing is complete garbage. It just, Raw is out of ideas. Raw is crap right now. I mean, the huge announcements they were making, they were nothing but underwhelming. Epically underwhelming. And I would have almost, today when I thought, or yesterday when I thought about Raw before it was on, so I think, what's the worst thing really that could come out of tonight's Raw? Is that Vince comes out and says that he's going to be the GM, and that's just going to be boring. That's about as bad as I thought it could get. But no, now he's got Donald fucking Trump in charge, which means he'll presumably be as close to a GM as they're going to have. And I just don't get it. Is Donald Trump really going to pull in the votes? People really going to care? It's like, Raw is hard enough to watch as it is, then alone without advert breaks. For the love of God, there's no way I will sit through 2 hours of Raw commercial free. I can't do it. You need the commercials to get yourself fucking, to digest the bullshit you've probably just been fed. It's like, how, I don't understand. The ratings aren't great anyway. Well, last week I think did pretty well. But it's like, how can you expect people to watch that for 2 hours? It's crap, and they're going to have to do something special with Donald Trump. Then we get Donald Trump's huge announcement then after the Battle Royal was that Triple H and Orton next week on Raw. whoopee, they're wrestling at the pay-per-view anyway. There's too many minor characters on Raw. Raw hasn't got a mid-card, it's got a mid-card's worth of minor comedic talent. You look at guys like Hornswoggle, Goldust, Santino, Santina, Chavo. I mean, these are spots that could have been given to talented guys like they are on SmackDown, where John Morrison, hell, even Dolph Ziggler, Punk, Mysterio, these guys are doing well on SmackDown, where on Raw it's all about the fucking minor characters who are in not funny skits. Brian Kendrick has been reduced to being a minor character, and you know, when he did the whole thing where I'm going to get a partner, not just any partner, I'm going to get the partner. Obviously that was never going to be Paul London, but you know, you thought maybe then we might get Kendrick and someone challenge for the tag team, maybe bring someone out of FCW. You know, we might continue that time the tag team titles had a little bit of momentum, could have continued that on the feud with Kendrick, and then maybe brought in the Legacy and the Hart Dynasty. I think the Hart Dynasty versus Legacy has got to happen eventually. But no, that's panned out into nothing, and I'd rather watch Kendrick on HDNet than I would on Raw now, because they've done nothing with him. And right now it is so watered down. Just think, what's the US title on Kofi Kingston? That's okay. MVP. I mean, MVP, William Regal, Kofi Kingston, and Matt Hardy have got to bust their ass to make that title mean anything, because there are so many minor talents. They've got those four guys, and you know, Regal really is a so-so mid-carder as far as how much people care about him and how much they're actually going to be able to use him. And it's not, you know, the Miz now. Really, the Miz is nothing more than another minor character. You know, he's coming out and he's calling out John Cena, and it's all good and well, but really, is he a guy you see holding the US title? Is he a guy you see getting pushed and possibly into the main event? No, it's not going to happen. And then who have we got in the main event? We got, you know, that Fatal 4-Way match. When I saw that announced, my heart sank. I was like, oh my god, it's a vacant WWE title. They're having a match for it on a weekly TV show. Everyone should want to see this. I did not want to see this match. I fell asleep in this match. This is the other thing. The whole point of this show is the 3-for-all. All the world titles are going to be on the line. Why were none of them in the main event? Anyway, so we got this match. Big Show. Who cares about the Big Show anymore? Come on. The guy has not been having particularly great matches. Yes, he's got credibility because he's beating up John Cena every week, but you look at it and you just go, well, Cena eventually is going to beat him, and Cena will eventually go back into the main event. And Big Show will go into another pointless feud with someone, possibly Shawn Michaels, when he gets back in about 5 months. John Cena, again, you can do whatever the hell you want with Cena. At the end of the day, everyone knows there's not enough star power to keep Cena out of the main event, so it's just going to be Cena will eventually be back in the main event. So why care about him when he's not there? Triple H cannot physically be involved in anything that doesn't involve the title. He's just stale and boring. They completely ruined that whole feud by not ending it at WrestleMania. Orton is still the best thing on Raw by some distance. There was a time when Orton was the best thing in wrestling. I don't think he is anymore. And that was only about 2-3 months ago, but that's what Raw will do for you. Like I'm saying, it sucks away people's careers. CM Punk, again, one thing I do want to say about him is, what the fuck happened to Punk's moveset? How many times did he go for that knee in the corner? They've watered him down, so he's got about 3 moves. You know, you can complain about Cena and 5 moves. Punk's got about 3, which is a shame, because Punk is good in the ring. Punk is a versatile performer, and I would say right now they brought in CM Punk and they've probably used him to about 20% of his potential, and that is worrying, you know, because the guy is not getting time on the mic to get himself over. He's not getting time in the ring and being allowed to use all his moveset, and it's not good, folks. It's not good. But hopefully he'll pull out a decent match with Jeff Hardy, but I think that's going to be a struggle again. Anyway, yeah, keep watching ECW, keep watching SmackDown. don't watch Raw. It's bullshit. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Cheers.